the first set was all solo artists. The second set is all trios. So we're in for some harmonies and some great instrument play. We thought it'd be a great idea. We've been thinking about this for 2 years to have Durfee High School represented here. So to my right, your left, we have Gary Bigelow, one of the educators in the music department. And to my left, we have, that's your right, Mary Zima, also an educator at Durfee. And forgive me for standing in front of her, but this young lady is Izzy Damaris, and she is a sophomore student at Durfee High School, and she'll be accompanying Gary and Mary on their songs. So let's give it up for the BMC Durfee Trio.
Thank you very much. Before we begin, we can't thank the Michael Troy Foundation enough for what they're doing for the high school music department. You know, there are many people, yeah, you can do that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we talked about this before, and it is true. We've had a lot of great musicians graduate from Durfee and go into the world and make themselves a mark in the music business. But Michael is the first one, I can tell you this, is the first one to actually contribute money directly to the music department. Yeah.
Hey, Michael.
And we all know that that was his soul. And I'll tell you a little bit about how I met Michael later on. We're going to feature Mary on this tune, but we want to thank you all. Mary Lou, thank you so much.
Thanks so much. I never had the pleasure of meeting Michael, but I've heard wonderful things about him, and I've certainly enjoyed his music. We're going to start with something called Lullaby. 1, 2, 3. Someday you'll grow into a beauty. Someday I'll grow, be old and gray. We'll laugh at the good times we've had, so many. We'll laugh at the hardships of those troublesome days. Now that I look back at it, I never thought I'd submit to life, work in the mill, taking it day by day. 10 years just slipped away, and look, I'm working it still. Someday you'll grow into a beauty. Someday I'll grow, be old and gray. We'll laugh at the good times we've had, so many. We'll laugh at the hardships of those troublesome days. The world's full of peril, goblins and boogeyman, imagination in a negative way. But if you believe in magic, parting seas and true love, a good thought will hold them at bay. Someday you'll grow into a beauty. Someday I'll grow, be old and gray. We'll laugh at the good times we've had, so many. We'll laugh at the hardships of those troublesome days. When the shiver in your bones won't let you alone, a fear of what people might say. You'll never live your dreams if you don't take a chance and let the chips fall where they may. Life can be hard in between jobs when the whole whirlwind's blowing that way. little girl smiling at me. Someday you'll grow into a beauty. Someday I'll grow, be old and gray. We'll laugh at the good times we had, so many. We laugh at the hardships of those troublesome days. We'll laugh at the good times we had, so many. We laugh at the hardships of those troublesome days. Troublesome days. Thank you very much.
I'll tell you a story about Michael. Michael and I met back in the 90s, and there was a place back then called the Narrows, which was, oh yeah, we are in the Narrows. Well, this is when the Narrows was down near the Southwest Tupper Pond on Martine Street. How many people remember that? Yeah. And this guy, Pat, allowed local songwriters to come in, play their tunes, and try them out with an audience. And that's where I met Michael. Time passed, and we brought Paul Coogan and Matt Damaris decided to bring Michael up to the high school to play for the kids. And we had like maybe 400 or 500 kids in the room. And before Michael started, they were gonna have me come out and play a couple of tunes, you know. Figure the kids see Mr. Bigelow, they'll be cool, they'll be all right. So I did my thing, and I walked off stage, and Michael's like this. I said, "What's up, Michael?" He goes, I said, "I'm nervous as hell." I said, "You're nervous? What are you nervous about? They're gonna love you." "I'm nervous. I've never been so nervous." I said, "Michael, go out there, do your thing. They're gonna love you." Well, needless to say, he went out there with high school kids. You could hear a pin drop. We were nervous whether the kids were going to appreciate it. But that tells you something about, not only he was a great player of the guitar and picking and all of that, but his lyrics. His lyrics were engaging. The stories he told were engaging. And if you can engage a high school kid that way, you're going somewhere. You're going somewhere. So we decided, Mary and I started a guitar songwriting class for kids who didn't necessarily play woodwind instruments or brass instruments, but they wanted to learn how to play some songs on the guitar. So we would teach them basic chords, some tablature, and a little bit of notation. And then we called it guitar songwriting because we didn't want to focus just on the guitar. We wanted them to have the ability to express themselves through music and tell their stories and say, hey, it's all right, you can do that. You can be creative and tell your story, and we'll do it for the class, we'll love it. So when we get to that point of talking about lyrics, we could start off with Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan was fabulous, nothing wrong with Bob Dylan. But to engage students, to be able to say that this gentleman's song that you're going to hear right now sat where you sat, well, not there, but in the old building with Mr. Bigelow, because we're ancient, said, but, you know, this guy was from Fall River. He is from Fall River. So being able to set that up as a teacher, and then him playing Lizzie for him, okay? And then playing some of the other tunes, like the tunes we're doing now is how we're playing them the way we would play them with the kids. You know, strumming action, not any picking, straight ahead. And we wanted you to hear how we were interpreting his music in the style that we were playing with the kids. And they play along, and it's a good feel for them. It makes them feel good. And I know that if Michael said, you know, we want to do that fundraising, we want to do it for Durfee, for the music department, I know he's looking down and he is thrilled to see what's going on. You people, the family, and the kids at the high school are benefiting from Michael's music still to this day, which is a phenomenal thing. Not only you folks, the fans and the family and everyone else that's here, but the students are carrying over something from Michael, and they're hearing his story. And we'll continue. All right, enough of talking. The next tune we're going to do for you is our version of Romancing the Moon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those hot notes here. Oh, I'm on my knees again. Praise the Lord, amen. Like the slant, show the way to us, my old friend. All that's left intact when you're looking back on that old gold train. Is that old train track? Oh, we're still in tune. Romancing the moon. Now from the walls up the pond where the water spills into the Quicklesham River, down a granite hill under cotton kings, from stonecutters' hands rose 400 mills on promised land. Now the river's been buried and the mill shut down, and the rich left town. In local bars the story is told of how the looms and mills turned cotton to. Oh, I'm on my knees again, praying to the Lord, amen. Like this land, show the way to us, my old friend. All that's left intact when you're looking back at that old mill town is that old train track, whistling to Romancing the Moon. When the snooze and heroes cry, wise men listen, let sleeping dogs lie. The same is easy, it's hard to change, although the parts are there just rearranged. When things get old and they lose their salt, and it's time to go, ain't no one's fault. It's hard to let go, harder to remain, like old mill towns and old coal trains. I'm on my knees again, praying to the Lord, amen. Like this land, show the way to us, my old friend. All that's left intact when you're looking back at that old coal train is that old train track, a whistling tune, romancing the moon. Sing with us now, come on. Oh, I'm on my knees again, praying to the Lord, amen. Like this lamb, show the way to us, my old friend. All that's left intact when you're looking back at that old coal train is that old train track, whistling tune, romancing the moon. This is a tune called Sweet Daddy Grace. 1, 2, 3, 4. He wore a genuine zircon diamond on his pinky, a mouth filled with gold and a badass scar. He never had to look for trouble. See, the trouble always seemed to find him. Well, he was born and raised preacher's son. Now he's a legend pushing daisies up from 6 feet under. Whoa, in a 67 Caddy, talking about sweet Daddy Grace. They tell me he started each day with a 50 Jim Beam, and that it would help to hold him older till his 3 o'clock tea. He had a stick back DA, big old white keys that hung from his side with his rosary beads. He used to say heaven was a state of mind, and you ain't never seen the devil till you look in my eye. He was infamous to many, second to none. Now he's a legend pushing daisies up from 6 feet under. Whoa, in a 67 Caddy, talking about sweet Daddy Grace. Help us out with this chorus here. Saying, sweet Daddy Grace, sweet Daddy Grace, sweet Daddy Grace, oh, sweet Daddy Grace. He earned more than his 15 minutes of fame. Buried in his caddy, everybody knows the name. Whoa, I'm talking sweet Daddy, cruising the Ave in a 67 Caddy, talking about sweet Daddy Grace. Now he said, fill her up with high test, it's gonna be a long ride. Don't forget to slip in some J&B, socket dry. On the mark, whoever lied, let him chisel out these words. Here lies Daddy, 6 feet under, in a 67 Caddy, talking about sweet Daddy Grace. Well, he banked millions of dollars. He was the richest cat in town. As far as enemies go, he put a curse on that crowd. He said, when I come back, I'm gonna run you down. I don't take any prisoners second time around. No, it'll just be me and my caddy. Ooh, that's right. Sweet Daddy, talking about sweet Daddy Grace. Come on, put your hands together and sing along with us now. Let's hear it now. Sweet Daddy Grace. Oh, yeah. Sweet Daddy Grace. Oh, sweet Daddy Grace. Sweet Daddy Grace. He earned more than his 15 minutes of fame. Buried in his caddy, everybody knows the name. Yes, indeed, I'm talking sweet Daddy, cruising the Ave in a 67 Caddy, talking about sweet Daddy Grace. Thank you very much, folks.
Thanks so much. Been a pleasure.
Well, our next band, or trio, I think they probably have the most experience with Michael. We have Johnny Botello and Barry Brown, who were part of the Michael Troy Trio for a couple of years. And we have Monica Ambrosiak, who has been singing with Michael since back in the days of Whispers in the Wind. So let's bring them up, the ABB Trio.
Hey, what a great turnout today, huh? And what about these musicians? It's amazing. The music, right? Unbelievable. Hi, guys. This song we're gonna do is Ricky the Kid, and it really describes one of the most notorious projects in Fall River, Sunset Hill. Listen to it. Amazing lyrics, unbelievable, hot, I don't know, colorful. Okay. When the sun sets upon the hill, on the brick mansions by the sea, and his favorite song, round the playgrounds of hell. My country, 'tis of thee, where we drank dreams from a paper bag. Jack Frost paints the sky and drag, blood red and gold in the deep blue sea, purple skies of majesty. Ricky the Kid, he ain't no more. He's a casualty in the social war. Some say he shot his life to hell. Oh, but me, I say he tripped and fell. A hole in his boat cut short his time. Now he's hanging with some friends of mine. Washed upon God's golden shore, from a pool of blood in a jewelry store. Is there mercy for me? Oh, I know it's hard to understand from the viewpoint of a disciplined man who has never known the sleight of hand, to be taught never to trust. When the kids run wild in the dark and the bullets fly across the park, and the kids play like war, and the devil keeps the score. Ricky the Kid, he ain't no more. The police came prepared for war, and Ricky got caught in the crossfire, and the bullets killed the man next door. When the smoke cleared, nobody won, just a crazy kid and an empty gun. Friendly fire casualty. Is there mercy for me? When the sun sets upon the hill, on the brick mansions by the sea that surround the playgrounds of hell. My country, 'tis of thee, where we drank dreams from a paper bag. Jack Frost paints the sky and drag, blood red and gold in the deep blue sea, and purple skies of majesty. It's a tough one listening to all these songs. Anybody here from Charlie Pike? Charlie Pike people? Charlie Pike is a man who lived in Rehoboth, and every Friday night, Mike and I went, and a lot of people here, and played in the barn John's gonna sing the Charlie Pike song, and he was like the father of bluegrass, kind of an underground bluegrass thing going on in these parts, and we learned a lot, and we shared a lot, and we grew a lot musically there. It was like going to aerobics for guitar. You know, it was great fun, and Mike wrote a song about it. John's
guitar, handsome being, going out to common ground, picking some miles around in there. Child is an institution, making his contribution, singing and swinging with a mandolin. Wonder if he knows what an inspiration is down. I can't go too far, I don't care to be a star. All I wanna do is play. Stand up, bass, slapping time, voices harmonizing right. Music junkies are just that way. All they wanna do is play. Jeffy was supposed to work, working a graveyard shift, me and nocturnal seemed to pay. I bet as a musician had, they never had the time to play. Yeah, been out Friday night, in-time Charlie Pipe, got a guitar, handsome deal, going out to common ground, picking some miles around in here. I don't get to go too far, I don't care to be a star. All I wanna do is play. Stand up, bass, slapping time, voices harmonizing right. Music junkies are just that way. All they wanna do is play. Listen to the guitar ring, roll around, still sing. Oh, the burning's in full swing. Sing fun with enthusiasm, everybody swell without care. Cold outside don't mean a thing. All they wanna do is play.
We're going to give the stage to Barry Brown now.
Well, I had the privilege for about 3 years of decorating Michael's songs. And Michael and I were very different kind of people. But we had a lot in common, too. We both like banded collar shirts. And Mary Lou gave me one of his shirts after he passed, and I haven't worn it because I don't want to wear it out. I want to keep it and pass it on. We also had a great affection for Martin guitars. And we also liked a good lyric, heartfelt lyric, and a good melody, of which Michael wrote many. And we also shared a diagnosis of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is something that we very seldom talked about, but I think both of us were keenly aware of. I've worked with a lot of singer-songwriters over my musical career, and I don't really think there was any that I enjoyed playing guitar for more than Michael. And so I wrote him this song. And it's called Michael's Song. Thanks for letting me part of this.